All right. So thank you guys for joining today. I'm excited to go through everything about headshots. So the main bulk of this is going to be looking at how to remove a background from your photos so that you can do more with it instead of having to always keep it in a frame or keep it in that square. We're going to look at actually removing the background. But before we do that, I actually want to first talk about how to even get a headshot. So, I love having professional photos. I think it's great, but it's also expensive. And so I want to acknowledge that. I know it's better than having, your little car selfie when you can still see your seatbelt. Let's move away from that. Let's try to have something a little more professional, but how can we do that without breaking the bank? The next thing that we're going to talk, like I said, is removing the backgrounds from our photos. I'm going to show you a bunch of different ways to do that, both either on your phone or on your computer. And then lastly, we're going to kind of talk a little bit about extending photos. So what that means is AI can now take your original photo and try to guess at or create a little bit wider of a frame for you. Does it really work? Let's find out. Yes and no is the answer. So we'll go through that. So first of all, let me slide this down. First of all, our headshot. So again, if you don't want to get professional photos, or if you just want a couple different options, then AI headshots are a really, really good option for you. This is what I recommend to all of my mentees because it's quick and easy and relatively cheap. So first, I'm actually going to click this, the try it on AI first. Well, my links, click out of that. Because this one is the more expensive of the two. This one is good for a laugh. It's about $17. And what you would do is you would put in some photos first. So let me log in here because I have done it before, and I'm going to let you kind of see the reality. Oh, it's 21 now. Heads up. 17 back about 2 years ago. Continue. Let's see if I can get to where my photos are first. Okay, maybe not. It might have deleted it out, or I could have used a different email. So firstly, though, you would start by clicking on, you could do Express. This is going to be ready in 90 minutes. You're going to upload usually about 10 photos, and it just wants to get an idea. Oh, here you go. See, you can see the different headshots that I tried to put in. So it recommends that you do like front, facing, try not to have multiple people in the photos, those types of things. And with any AI, you might notice that it's going to grab onto something. If you're making if you're like squinting in one with only one eye, like winking at someone, it might actually hold on to that and think that's how your eye actually is. So please be aware of what you're loading in. I try to have most of mine smiling. I'm going to show you the results of mine. They were okay. So it does definitely give you a complex. Here's some of mine. I had selected like professional and casual. I don't know why it decided to generate a horse into some of these. That was not requested at all. And if you're going to generate a horse that was not requested, please tell me why it has like 4 ears and like a bit that is part of its flesh. Pretty rough. But some of these are kind of cute. So some of these are worthwhile. I did notice that with these, I downloaded a free version of Adobe Photoshop, and I used an eye corrector, which got me to stop being so chameleon in some of these photos. there were 100 photos. These are the only ones that were remotely usable. So it was at the time $17. I put these in. And this is what it came up with. But I'm cross-eyed in the vast majority of these. This one I have like robot eyes. So again, I had to use a this corrector that's like this beta version. I'm not going to go into that today because honestly, I'm about to show you what I recommend more than this. But this is an avenue you can take. People that took professional headshots in the past and then loaded those professional photos into this system, try it on, had better luck. They had better results than what I did. This is why I kind of lean towards recommending the next one to all of my mentees. So let's look at Remini, because this one's going to be a little better of an option. So I'm going to switch to my phone. With Remini, I've already canceled it for myself. To my phone. Okay, so I've already canceled it for myself. But it is an app. The app itself is free for the first 7 days. And what I recommend you doing is same concept, you're going to put in 10 different photos into the system, and then it generates 4 pictures at a time. So again, you're going to say, I want casual, I want this, I want that. And you'll kind of get to pick the constraints of the goal of the photos. Hold on, I'm trying to get this. So you can kind of see, I open this up here. You can kind of see, these are the headshots that I got from that. So it is, again, it's only like 99 cents for the first week or so. And I would just sit there while you're watching TV, load your photos in, and then just repeatedly press generate, generate, generate. And you'll get some different ones in there. They generate 4 at a time. Not all of them work, but these are so much more usable, truly. I mean, not all of these are me. Like that's my cousin. That's not me. But if it's a small picture printed on something, you won't be able to zoom in on. I could get away with that being me. Same as this one. This is because I'm a military relocation professional. This is kind of my little America one where, you know, it mostly looks like me, but we'll keep it zoomed out. Same with those. And so I leaned more towards getting all of the professional photos in this one. This was more of a casual background. Here's the beach. I mean, if you look, those are 2 different beaches. I've traveled through some sort of portal, and I also have long hair, which I kind of miss, but you know, there are different options in here. So you can see that there is a little branding on it. It says Remini at the very bottom. You'll want to crop those out. And then this is kind of what I was saying before. So somewhere along the way, I included something that has true wrinkles on my forehead, and it really held on to that. Some of them were really bad, and I had to find which photo that was and take that out and swap it for something else. But in some ways, I kind of like this because it does make it look a little more realistic. I use those ones for fall, and then these are just kind of fun. I don't know why it gave me pink hair, but I did send that to my hairstylist and asked her if we could do something like that. So it's a good time. It's easy. This, again, 99 cents. And I just used it for that first week and then deleted the app so that I could just keep these only. So now we have our headshots. Let's go to see how to actually create transparent backgrounds. So any questions on any of those, or have you all used any other AI photo I recommend? I know Thomasina's used Remini. I know Jordan and Chrissy have used Try It On AI. Anybody
I've
else?
but I haven't actually posted the headshots because I was like, this does not look like me at all.
I know some of them, yeah, some of them it's like, well, and I personally do categorize it into two folders. Typically, I'll put like the ones that I could actually post on Facebook where people could zoom in or on social media where people could zoom in and I don't have like something crazy going on. And then the ones that like maybe those are my print only where it's just going to be a little thumbnail size that no one's really paying attention to. So I completely hear you though. Like some of the, especially try it on AI, it was rough.
But I think the uploads has a lot to do with it too. So I'm gonna try different uploads and see if that makes a difference.
Yes. And again, that's another reason why I like Remini because with Try It on AI, if you want to swap them out, you would have to pay another $21 to do new photos versus Remini, where you would just, you can swap them out as much as you want until you kind of are getting consistently accurate photos. Okay, so now we have our photos. How can we then remove them? I'm going to start with my phone again, actually. So let's come back to this and I'm going to show you with, I have an LG. I'm not going to teach you how to use it on, do this on an iPhone because I don't know. But with my little LG, I'm just in the standard gallery. I'm going to show you the same. I'm going to show you Google Photos here in a second as well. But if I just click on an image portion, you can see how it's kind of got this light that shows. And now I can move my little self around. This is genuinely going to be the easiest way. You can see it's detached me from the couch even. It's got pretty good, it's like got the little tiny pieces of my hair, strands of my hair and everything. So I can do a few things with this once I've detached it. So again, all I did was I touched my finger to the part that I wanted to detach from the rest of the image, held it until I saw that white flash go, and then I can move it around. And so once I have this, when I let go, you see these different options. I can save as image. If I save that as image, now it's going to have that one completely frameless. So same as like this one right here. That's one that I did as well. She's already not got a background. I could do that with this one here. So you see two different colors in the background. If I click and hold, she should. There she goes. Boom. So if I let go, I can save image as and be able to have just that front backgroundless photo. So that is going to be the easiest way. Let me then bring up how to do that with Google Photos. All right. So if I wanted to do, okay. Let me find my edit button. It's got me in highlights. Hold on one second. I'm not as good at navigating through the Google Photos. Let me do this picture here. Okay. I'm going to bring my screen back up so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm definitely doing things off screen just in case. It's mostly just pictures of dogs, but we're going to just keep that. So if I want to now edit this, I'm in Google Photos. So this should translate across. Phil, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
So you can use Google Photos. Okay. So Google Photos, this is my answer to not knowing how to use actual Google or how to use iPhone edit features. I'm assuming you can do the same things as me, but just in case, here's your other alternative. So we're going to take this and we're going to do edit. It's going to pitch me. There we go. Okay. So with this, I could crop, I can adjust. You can adjust all the different things there. Let's go to more. And it shows Adobe Acrobat. Let's see, tools, magic eraser here, if I wanted to blur the background. All right, so if I wanted to, let's see if I can grab it like the other one. Not got how I want it. Okay, maybe it only has magic eraser. Nope. Yeah, it only has magic eraser still. So we'll come back to that when we get to the next page. But can you, when you have your iPhone, can you just click the part that you want to separate and hold it? Is that how yours works as well?
Like, what do you mean by that?
For an iPhone, if you bring up a picture in your gallery and then you want to just attach like a picture
works
of you.
It
It does
works
work the same?
when you hold it and it does the white flash. You have to hit
Yeah.
share, save image. That's the
Oh,
only.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, cool. I figured it had to be about the same, as much as we try to pretend that we are different. We're the same. Oh, that was the other ones.
I still haven't figured out how to schedule my text though, like you can. So once I
That's
get
because we are better in that regard. Momo is another one. Keisha's saying same steps on iPhone. If you click share, then save image. Okay, got it. Perfect. Thank you for that. Google app, I thought I had done it in there in the past, but it doesn't. I've done magic eraser, so we're going to come back to that, and we're going to do blur image in a second with that one as well. So I'll come back to that one. But let's go to remove BG. This one is pretty good, but I want to show you the differences between some of these websites. So depending on the image, it's always good to have a couple different options for websites, because different things will remove different items. So for example, if I take upload image, this was remove.bg, and I go to this here. All right, so I said remove background. I put in this picture. I'm sitting on a blue couch. When it takes it, you see I'm still sitting on the couch. So I just wanted to throw that one out there. Maybe I want that, maybe I don't. It just depends. It's kind of a cute little backgroundless thing of like, maybe I could be sitting on the couch with whatever other background is on the design that I'm making. So there's this version here, but there's also Photo Room. So Photo Room is just another website that you can use. I'm going to share these links for you, but I want to show you the difference. So sometimes you have to take the same photo and try it in different free websites because it might grab onto different things. So let's try this again. Same exact photo. And this time it's removed the couch. So it's just trial and error sometimes. It just depends on what the website is kind of considering your full background. So keep that in mind. If you try one website, maybe try another one. But again, this is photoroom.com. And then this one was remove.bg. So both of those are free, which is great. I like to recommend free items. What you would do from this point is you would just say download, and it just saves it as a PNG. I like this, that it tells you what size resolution you're working with. I did put this back into Canva, and it was a little bit smaller than the original, but not by much. And the resolution, when I expanded it, was pretty similar. This one here, Photo Room, when I download it, it tells you again the same. So standard resolution, this one's already a little bit larger than the other. This is my preferred website just because I do think that it's a little bit more accurate. Okay, so now we're going to go to Canva. So interestingly enough, the reason why I'm leaving Canva for last is because it's not free. And I always like to teach free. So everything that I just showed you thus far between your phone, photo room, remove, those are all free. Canva is not free for this. They do want you to have the premium option. So if I'm going to come in here, let's just do, I want to write a review. Let's grab one that would look good with a free floating image. Let's see. How about this one? I want to throw my face in the corner. So I'm going to click customize this design. So in Canva, you're going to have the pro account to make any of these changes, but they're also really cool. So if you wanted to even try the free version of this for a little bit, it might be worth trying. So I'm going to come over to my upload section. So I've got my design, I picked a random template, and then I'm going to come over to my uploads and click an image. So I want this image, I want to be sitting in the corner like that. Okay, but I don't like that it's a block. So I'm going to click into the image and I'm going to come to edit image. All right, so here it is right here. As soon as I click on it at the top in the effects, I have background remover. So all I have to do is click that. Now, again, though, throwing this out there, it still got me sitting on a couch. This one as well does not remove the couch. It thinks it's a part of me for whatever reason. And I think that's because the background in this one is completely solid. So it's trying to only take that, right? Now you could go through if you really wanted to and additionally remove things. So if it was small, you know, you could come in and with this little eraser, like paint style, you could come in and remove it. I don't personally want to do that because I have to be super accurate when I'm getting close to my shoulder. I don't want to mess with that. So in that regard, I would actually just upload this version from the photo room. So I'm just going to click restore. Boop. Or Control Z. Okay. Back out of that, Control Z. Let's get our background back. There we go. Oh, there we go. So that's one way you can do it. If you want to remove out this, so if I was to only use Canva, here's how I can get around this fact that the couch is still there. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to do edit. And then I'm going to click magic eraser. Now I want my background in place at this moment. So I'm going to say that I want my magic eraser. It gives you the brush option where brush would be like, you would just like color in the part that you don't want. But I personally think click is so much easier. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to click. Okay, so it's highlighted this couch portion. So now if I click erase, it's got to think about it. It's thinking. Just really thinking. Oh, try again. There it goes. Okay. So the reason why I'm having to do it this way, if I were to have already gotten rid of the background and then try to do this, I felt like it was giving me a little bit more errors. So again, trial and error is a lot of this with like specific photos because AI is not perfect. So now I've just clicked this erase on the other side. I'm going to click erase and should be taking out the other side. I will actually say that these magic AI features effects. I think they're new enough that they do have errors. There was once where, see how it's still saying something went wrong. There was one time where when the photo extender version of this had just started, I was trying to expand a photo and it just couldn't do it. So some of these newer features are a little bit wonky.
Sure. It's getting.
I think so. I think so. Well, and yeah, I think that it's like too much pink. Yeah, for sure. So let's go backwards. But it does. It kind of some of these get a little bit hard to deal, like they take a little bit longer, but they are newer options that it's giving you. So now I've got it all the way removed. I got my little background. I like that. I think that's fun. Magic edit. I haven't played too much with this, but this would be like trying to put something else into it. So if I wanted to say, make my blazer blue, let's see if it can. Oh, click what I'm editing first. All right. Let's see if it can understand that. Again, AI is not perfect. We talked about this in Tanya's class, but did you hear about how the Amazon things where that you were supposed to be able to just like grab and go, those stores?
Oh, yeah,
They were actually just people watching on cameras.
really?
Yeah. They were touting that it was AI and it was really just people watching, which is hilarious to me. So it's kind of lost a little bit of my coloring here. It kind of removed all the pink, it almost looks like. But it did technically, I mean, it made it blue, so that works out. It always gives you 4 different options. And then it even says editing faces, hands, or legs isn't intended for magic. So it's telling you it's not going to be able to like change your features and stuff. So I'm going to go Control Z it back because I don't want that. Okay. So then lastly, if I come back to edit image, you can see if you don't have, you can't have an additional magic eraser. You have to go in and do all the magic eraser at one time, if that makes sense, because it's got that still turned on. So I can't like unturn it off. I have to go through and Control Z or re-upload or something like that is the easier way to restore items that I've found. I'm going to delete this one out, put this back in. If I wanted to, and this is probably not the absolute best, we're going to play around with it with a couple other photos, but this is super neat. And this is something that Canva does that I haven't seen a lot of other ones do with your photos. So if you wanted to move yourself in the image, maybe you're standing too close to something, maybe you're standing too close to a door, or you're standing too close to something that you want to edit out and remove isn't working, you can actually do this magic grab. This is super neat. I'm going to click myself. I want to scoop myself down on the couch, clicking, grabbing. It's going to basically use that AI extender concept and create what's in the background of me. So it figured it out, okay, it's roughly a couch behind her. And so now I could like place myself maybe a little bit outside of the original photo, which I just think it's super cool. Like, again, if you were standing next to someone, you want to move them, you want to move yourself away, grab yourself and like shift yourself down. I just think that's super neat. I do want to show it's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. So look at this version here. If I were to do the same concept with this one, we'll see if it does it again. But when I played with this one specifically, it didn't know exactly what was going to be it didn't know exactly what was going to be behind me. So it made an additional pillow. But that's still clever, and that's still relatively close to reality. Once we start looking at the picture extenders, you'll see it really tries. Grab. All right. So I am now completely separated. See, the pillow's close. It's kind of a little weird right there. So maybe I just stick myself right here and then it's kind of covering it up. But I think this is such a neat feature that like I said, I haven't seen in any other AI website. So Canva definitely wins when it comes to this one. And I kind of like this concept of having like the photo, just having yourself kind of slightly coming out of the photo. I think it's kind of a cool look. So there's that. I'm gonna hop back to my phone for the Google version of this magic eraser and stuff. All right, so if I had this one, what I did here was the tools, and I'm gonna turn my blur back off. I'm going to do tools and then magic eraser, and then I just do erase. I'm gonna click or draw. So if I wanted to remove this portion here, I'm just gonna color that in. And there it's gone. So I think that's pretty neat. Keeps trying to pitch this Google one. Okay, that's camouflage. Let's see the difference of that. So maybe I want to remove this light post in behind. It's not really, let's try erase. There it goes. I like erase more. I haven't really done camouflage. I think camouflage just like blends it a little bit. So if I reset it though, everything's back. And then let's go done. And then I do like blur on this one. So if I wanted to blur the background and kind of keep us in the forefront, you can do that. I feel like most phones do this though. I mean, it's portrait, right? It's just the portrait mode. But I like that you can do this after the fact. So that's something there. And so last thing that I want to look at though on Canva is now leading into the last topic of the extenders. So let's play with this actually. I wonder if we can move things in this real quick. So I have a professional photo. I'm going to do edit and I want to rearrange some of the furniture. Let's try that, doing multiple first, and then we're going to go to the extenders. So I'm going to say I want this ottoman to move. Looks like it's highlighted a couple things, but should be minor enough. It's grabbed some shadows around. I don't know if you can see that right here and right there. Yeah, okay. Well, I could delete out that, I guess, because it's hidden. So I guess it's not filling in the rest of the shape there. But I could remove that ottoman. Maybe I don't want that there. That's kind of neat. Obviously you don't want to change anything about the actual structure of the home, because that could be misleading, obviously. So kind of be careful when you're moving things around, keep it to like the furniture and stuff. I did do a room extender as well an extender that we're going to look at on a room. You would just want to be careful that it was correct. So the one that I did, which I'll bring up again, was like a bedroom photo or a living room photo, and it took the fireplace and it did correctly guess what the rest of the fireplace looked like. So that was okay. But you wouldn't want to do anything that was misleading. So let's grab this one and go now into the final topic that is the extender. So I'm going to do edit image and we're going to do magic expand. So this image, we're going to look at a couple different things because you can only do this with certain ones. This is my, does it work? Kind of. This is a very simple background. AI does not have to do, they don't have to do that much work to expand this. So if I say I want this to be extended out, it just has to have a pink background. Really, most things are going to be able to be added into this easily. So if I click expand, it's going to give me 4 options. This one, it should be a little bit easier to guess what's in the background. I did one with people's faces and it was horrific. It was very funny. I'll bring that one up again. Okay, so you can see this version, it's got some weird like drape and it's got a doorway, but it's expanded the couch here. This one, yeah, I don't know what this little ombre thing is. And then it's got some weird stuff in the background. I'm going to try this again. The other day it gave me like plants and lamps and stuff. I don't know what this is doing. AI always tries to throw words into things and I can't do words. I don't know why it's like the horse thing. If you can't do a horse, don't add in a horse. Let's try that again.
Just keeps thinking you're behind like green screen, so it's trying to add
Yeah.
stuff behind you.
Yeah, so that's kind of neat. Yeah, this would be like a backdrop with like but it doesn't quite look right. Yeah, it feels I feel like it's thinking I'm in a corporate office. What is this watch doing? My other options yesterday were so much better when I was testing it with this one. Let me try one more time because that's just ridiculous. Want to have one good one. When it made plants, it's just, there you go. See, okay, perfect. So you can see like, it's a plant. This wouldn't be, it may not pass in like, if you were able to really zoom in, but it is a plant, you know, kind of. So this might be one that I could use, but in a print version where people aren't going to be able to get that close. This has added another couch or something behind. A rock. I don't know. Maybe like there are a ton of users on Canva because it's struggling today. It's really struggling today. So let's delete this one. Let's try out this version here. Well, this one was a little bit chaotic, which I feel like we just saw chaos. So I don't know. Maybe it's going to be even worse than it was the other day. But I just want to show you like things that can work ideally and things that don't. This one, I'm also not giving it a ton that it has to figure out. So that's not so bad. I was able to kind of expand just the sides, not bad. You can see the lines though, right here. And there's the last one. That last one, well, cuts off the beadboard, but it's not, they're not awful. Not great either. But so if we go over to Photo AI, we'll try in Photo AI and see if those ones are any better. All right, so I've already got an account. I'm just going to go all tools and I'm going to come over here to AI image extender. And let's upload some photos. So let's see what its response to my pink background one is. And then I'm going to show you to not include people's faces because it's just horrendous. So let's do widescreen generate. Not great, but not as purely chaotic as the last one. Let's go. So it says that it's going to be able to do these ones, but I'm sure, like, come on. It's already, it's generated ones, so I feel like they're going to be pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad. But again, it included that one. But you can see like the beach line is extended out. It figured out what the rest of the clouds would look like. That's not bad. That's pretty good. So I think it just kind of depends. Let's try a little bit trickier of one. Let's do my photos. Let's see. This is from our harbor boat cruise. Let's see if it can figure this out. Now, maybe you're doing this because you're making an event. Maybe you're doing a harbor boat cruise for your client appreciation. You want to have a cover photo and you want it to be the right size. I mean, there are a lot of different options for this. Also, it's just fun, to be honest. It's just fun to see what AI thinks the rest of the image looks like. That's not bad. Yeah. Good job. I don't know what this is right here, but I don't know anything about boats. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe boats have big holes on the side of them, but that's not bad. That's really not bad. Okay, so let's look at what not to do though. Let's never ever put in someone's face that you want to extend. So pictures. This. So I use this as an example because this is a very small, closed in around me and just one person. It's going to have to be very creative. And because the only things in the foreground for it to try and go, okay, I at least know there are people there, right? There's not a lot of other, it can't tell that there's much else going on, but it's like, okay, I at least know that there is there are people present. So I'm going to try and replicate people. You don't want that. Let's give it a whole widescreen it's got to come up with. And we'll end here because after you see this, you're probably going to want to be done. Oh no. She tried. She really tried. I don't know what this is. That just looks like a thing of like a bunch of flesh. Her face, I mean, what's that? This like mannequin thing in the background. It not even in a very zoomed out version would that be okay. So don't ask it to do faces, but landscapes, that kind of thing, it can handle. So I think that is everything for today. Does anyone have any questions on any of the, background removals or any of that?
No,
If
can you go
not,
back to your first slide when he was going over the not the remedy. Yes, so try it on AI. Is there a free version of that?
tryitonaI.com, no. So tryitonaI.com, that's where I am just not as interested in it because it's $21 and you get one shot. So you put everything in and you just have to trust that it's going to be relatively okay. Remini though, let me pull up Remini on my phone. Let's go to that Play Store. I have to re-download it. 1 second. Okay. So I just went to the Play Store. I did Remini. Here it is right here. It looks like this little red square. There it goes. Open, open. All right. So this one, let's take a look. So if I click get started, it asks you what you're wanting specifically. I'm going to select business headshots and continue. All right, continue. Just telling me all the things that the app can do. And there you go, 99 cents per week. So it says restore purchases. So I think you are $2.99 per week. There you go. I think that there used to be a free version. I think it knows that I have already used up my free week because I'm using the same login information. But if you were to do this for the first time, it's possible that it could be cheaper, but still $3 basically. I would only keep this for a week. And like I said, I would just sit there and make it run and run and run until I got 20 headshots, and then I would cancel my subscription.
Thank you. That's helpful.
Yeah. And this one did have better results. Also just, you can also do like fun ones. So like once you have your business headshots, you can be like a pirate or something like that. You can be a race car driver. You can be a gladiator. So you can have fun with it afterwards. All right. Any other questions? If not, I'll share the links for all of this stuff on our Facebook page, and we will, I want to see all of your headshots and your backgroundless photos when you post it. So just post them all in the Facebook page because I want to see. All right, guys. Thank you very much. We'll see you next month.